it's Heather Nichols. I hope you're having a great day at Stamp-a-Faire 2017. I have a project to share that uses our wool felt, and wool is the traditional wedding gift for the 7th anniversary. On my project you can see there's some leaves that have a vein detail, and I created those with a layered felt technique that I'm excited to share with you now. So let's take a look at the supplies that you're going to need for the project that I'm sharing today. First of all, you're going to need wool felt. There are so many colors in the Paper Tray ink store. You're going to need 2 contrasting colors for each leaf that we're going to create today. I use Summer Sunrise and Orange Zest in this video, but I also use Canyon Clay on some of the other projects that you see in the pictures. I use the Happiness in Bloom leaf dies, but really you just need a simple leaf die. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut 2 of each leaf in the contrasting colors. I used the Noted Scallop Square to create the card base with craft cardstock, and you're also going to need the circle piece that goes with that die. I used the Beautiful Berries Autumn stamp set, and also the sentiments that I used are from the Autumn Scarecrow stamp set. For an embellishment, I used some clear confetti. You could use sequins as well. And then the most important is a small pair of sharp scissors. Sharp is the key. Now I'm using the sewing machine to sew my leaf pieces together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer the same size leaf, in the 2 different contrasting colors on top of each other. And I'm going to run them through my sewing machine to where I want the vein design to be on the leaf. When I did this, I moved my stitch length down quite a bit, like 1.6 or something like that, because I didn't have to want to worry about my stitches pulling out, and I didn't want to have to do all sorts of back stitching. So a tiny stitch length, and right now I'm sewing down the long length of the leaf. And then to sew the kind of middle parts, I'm going to start at one edge and sew to the middle. And then I'm going to put my needle down, lift my presser foot up, and rotate the leaf so that I can sew that V in one shot. And there's a little look at that. And I did 3 along the leaves, and it's completely up to you how many of those parts you want to do, how detailed you get with your stitching on your leaf. And you can do this with other shapes too, not just leaves, and you can do whatever designs you want to do on it. So there's my finished large leaf, and then you're going to do the exact same thing with the small leaf. I'm going to sew that long down the middle, and then also V's to kind of make the other leaf veins going through the leaves. And I'm sewing to the middle, putting down my presser foot, rotating the leaf, and sewing the rest of the way. Just keep going till you have all of your leaves sewn, and then you're ready to move on to the next step of the project. So you're going to take your sharp scissors and you're going to stick it in between the 2 layers, and basically what you're doing is you're cutting away what's in between the stitching lines. So that's where it's nice to have a sharp pair where they cut all the way to the end, because you can get a really good cut. Again, you're going to slide those scissors in and just snip away that excess felt. So what might look really complicated, all those little veins to sew, is actually really easy because you're sewing it in a big piece and then just clipping away the extra felt that's in there. And I'm going to speed this up because you don't want to sit and watch me cut these little leaves forever. So it is a little putsy and it's a little bit slow, but it's kind of a really fun effect on the leaf. So there's the first leaf, and let's cut the second leaf. And I sped this one up too, I know too. Again, you're just sliding those scissors right in between the layers of felt and cutting away that extra felt between the stitching lines. So get creative with how you do your stitches. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a leaf. You can do other shapes too. I just thought leaves were perfect for fall, which is coming pretty soon. So here are my finished leaves that I just stitched up. And I have a bunch. When I sit down and do a technique like this, I like to do a bunch at a time, because then I can do multiple projects at a time. I'm not having to go back and resew a bunch of leaves. I've got a bunch ready to go. Alright, I'm speeding this up a little bit because I'm just doing some basic stamping to get the berries. I'm got it all set up in my MISTI. I use the just a Stamper Select white cardstock cut with that circle die from the Noted Scallop Square set. And I'm using Beautiful Berries Autumn, and I'm stamping the little berry branch on the right side of the circle using cocoa bean and canyon clay and terracotta tile ink. And then I'm stamping the sentiment in cocoa bean ink. Now that I have everything stamped, I'm attaching my leaves. I just used some score tape on the back. You could use liquid adhesive as well. And then I'm attaching that circle piece right to the little craft cardstock base and arranging my little clear confetti embellishment and gluing that on. And really that about finishes up this card project using the layered wool leaves. So now it's your turn to create a project using the layered wool felt technique that I just shared with you today. You can get all the details on Nicole's blog and at papertrayinc.com on posting your projects and the contests that are going on this weekend for Stamp-a-Faire 2017. This is Heather Nichols. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day and rest of your weekend at Stamp-a-Faire. Bye.